I need about 7 minutes. I'll explain it all to you because Detective Toto has solved the MUSKY mystery. Everyone is asking the same question that Thelma asked on my Facebook page earlier today. She said, I thought they were a great team. They seem to have so much respect for each other. Then boom, what happened? Great question, Thelma. And we're going to answer the question for you now. It's really not a mystery. No, Elon has not lost his mind. He was using his mind the entire time. Now, by the way, if you are subscribed to my daily blog, you already knew all of this because my blog subscribers get the thoughts of my head before anybody else does. And it's free of charge. So you may want to subscribe to our daily blog. You can find me on YouTube where I have thousands of these teaching videos. So let's get right to it. Share this all over because I believe a lot of people need a clear understanding of what's going on with Elon. Let me explain why the media has no clue what's going on. This is not some mood swing. Everyone's acting like Elon has lost his mind. It's a mood, it's a temper tantrum. It's none of that. He's not lost his mind. The man is very, very smart. So we can't take that away from him. This was not personal. What's happened between him and President Trump, it was ideological. This was not about Trump's tweets or his trials or even his tariffs. Everything in the Elon Trump saga is about one thing: NASA. It's all about Mars. Elon's long game, not the short game, the long game has always been Mars, the planet of Mars. Now, many people got confused when Elon shrugged at the idea that Donald Trump was going to remove the electric vehicle mandates. That was very confusing for people like Elon, because a lot of people tried to say he ditched Trump over the mandates for electronic vehicles. But what you're forgetting, he shrugged that off a year ago when they told him, Trump's going to remove the EV mandates, and he shrugged it off like a mosquito on a windshield. And that was the moment that he let the world know what this was about, when he did not care about the electric vehicle mandates being removed in the big, beautiful bill. No, Elon did not leave Trump because of the big, beautiful bill. No, that's smoke and mirrors, okay? Trump said he was going to remove the electric vehicle mandates long before the big, beautiful bill. He was going to end the subsidies. He was going to rip the heart out of Biden's green agenda, which Elon lines up with Biden's green agenda. You would think that Elon Musk, the electric vehicle king, would go nuclear at such an idea. But why didn't he? Why did he say, I don't care? He said those words. Trump is going to blow up the electric vehicle industry. And the man that makes his living from that don't care. There's a reason he doesn't care. The CEO of Tesla, there is a reason that he didn't care that Trump was going to cut the very policies that held up the EV industry. Because here's the truth that no one is willing to say out loud. Tesla doesn't need the mandates anymore. But SpaceX needs power. In other words, Tesla used the mandates while they had them. They don't need them anymore. Elon is so past Tesla, that's why he doesn't care that his stock is dropping. Tesla was a step to get him to SpaceX. These mandates, these EV mandates, they benefit Tesla's competitors more than they benefit Tesla today. So no, that's not why he left. Elon's company already had a global head start of all the competitors. All that the mandates were designed to do was to allow GM and Ford to have an equal playing field. So when Trump threatened to axe the mandates, Musk just shrugged. And we're all confused by that because he's already moved on from the EV game. He's already past electric vehicles. Now he's in the long game. NASA, not the White House. Elon couldn't care less about the White House. He has one thing in his eyes: NASA. Elon Musk is not a Democrat. He's not a conservative. He's not a Republican. He is a technocrat. And that's scarier than all the above. You ought to go back and find my old shows where I taught about technocracy, technocrats. That is what Elon is. He plays chess while the rest of the world is fighting over checkers. Elon knows exactly where he's going because the crown jewel that Elon has always been thirsty for is space dominance, just like he was dominant over the electric vehicle. Elon Musk is a prideful technocrat. He desires dominance. He wants SpaceX to lead the next space age the way that Tesla led the electric vehicle age. He simply wants control of these industries and dominance of these industries. He wants to be the Amazon of outer space. He wants to put boots on Mars and make Earth obsolete for the rich and the powerful. They can all move off to Mars while we stay here in the ghettos. And to do that, he needed something much more valuable than a Senate seat or a soundbite. He needed a president that would hand him the keys to NASA. And for a moment, he found one: Donald Trump. He made a strategic bet with Donald Trump that Trump would deliver NASA into his control. You see, Trump and Elon do have something in common. They both love space. Trump did not just revitalize American exceptionalism on Earth, but Trump reached for the heavens himself. After all, who created Space Force? Who reinvigorated the NASA Artemis program? And who signaled to the private sector, help us reclaim the stars? Donald Trump. Who was not interested in space? Anyone? Kamala Harris. Now you know why he didn't support Kamala Harris. He agrees more with Kamala than he does Donald. But Kamala don't reach for the stars. Trump does. So he threw his soft support, saw a golden opportunity, threw his soft support behind Trump, not because they shared political ideology, but because Trump was the only man in office willing to treat space as a new frontier, not a forgotten budget line like Kamala would have done. You see, behind the scenes, in private, Musk was pushing hard for his longtime ally and business partner, the man that helped him create SpaceX, name is Jim Cantrell. And Musk wanted Cantrell to be appointed at the top of NASA. And Donald Trump was supposed to do that because Elon had given him all this money. Cantrell is an elite aerospace engineer. He built SpaceX from the ground up with Musk. And Musk trusted Cantrell to steer NASA into full cooperation with SpaceX and their private ambition to colonize Mars, orbital dominance, and then Starlink integration throughout NASA and beyond. But Donald Trump chose Jim Bridenstine, a former Navy pilot and Oklahoma congressman, as the NASA administrator instead of Cantrell. And ladies and gentlemen, it was at that moment, it was then that Musk knew Trump was not handing over the keys to NASA. And that is when the pivot began. When Musk realized that the Trump administration would not hand him the throne at NASA, all he did was adjust course. And then he began to build his own platform of influence, not through loyalty to a politician, but by positioning himself as a sovereign force in politics and culture. He didn't need to control NASA anymore. Now you just control the narrative. He acquired Twitter to do that. Did you ever wonder why he bought Twitter? You thought it was for freedom of speech? No. It was to control the narrative and to give him the platform, and a platform equals power. That's why he began publicly flirting with RFK Jr. and other third-party disruptors. You see, him and RFK, all third-party minds coming together. He painted himself as the centrist outsider, above the partisan bickering and beholden to no party. And now, that's exactly what Musk is threatening to do, to start a new political party, which would be a techno-populist revolution to disrupt the system, not to save it. Because Elon is not trying to become president of America or president of Earth. Elon wants to become the king of Mars. That's his entire passion. No longer does he want to be a kingmaker whispering in politicians' ears. Elon has crowned himself king of the future, of influence, of platforms, of space. At least in his own mind, he has. Let me give you some inside information that the media will not tell you. In 2022 and 2023, SpaceX secured billions of dollars in federal contracts under both Biden and Trump administrations. You see, the money was flowing from both administrations. Therefore, Elon was hedging. He praised Trump when it helped and flipped back to the Biden era when contracts and Starlink approvals depended on it. He even got the Pentagon to greenlight the military Starlink usage, but he had to stay neutral under Biden. Supporting Trump too loudly could threaten Starlink and those contracts. And that's why he flipped to Donald Trump. Elon Musk did not abandon Trump. No, he was never with Trump. He simply finished using Trump. He got what he could. NASA did not fall into his hands. The mandates became irrelevant for electric vehicles. So he just moved on. So when you say he's lost his mind, au contraire, he's been using his mind the entire time while the general population couldn't keep up with what he was really doing. Now he's building Starlink dominance, rebranding free speech with X. Suddenly, he's shaping global politics. And let's not forget, just a few weeks ago, our entire American media was buzzing with headlines. Elon Musk is the real president. He is running Donald Trump. But Donald Trump showed the whole world once again, he cannot be bought. Not by big tech, not by big money, and not by the world's richest man. Now, I want to tell you why Elon's plan will fail. Okay? Because money can't buy love, and dollars cannot buy devotion. Elon Musk has power. You'd be a fool to say he doesn't. He has platforms, huge ones. He has rockets. He has satellites. He has algorithms and trillions of dollars. But he doesn't have the one thing that Donald Trump has: loyalty and the love of the people. Elon thinks that politics is about leverage, but Donald Trump taught us that politics is about connection. We didn't follow Donald Trump because of his money. We followed him because he fought for us and never flinched. Elon can buy headlines. He can buy politicians. He can buy satellites, and he can buy votes. But what he cannot buy is what Trump earned: the love and the loyalty of the people. The elites will never understand that. They trade in influence, whereas we trade in devotion. So while Musk plays 5D chess with the future of humanity, Donald Trump is still the people's champion, because money can't buy love, and love cannot be programmed. And now you know the best of the story about Elon Musk. Share this with your friends. Maybe they can better understand about this Musky mystery. And don't forget, you can subscribe right here at my Substack blog. Just look for Professor Toto at Substack. Subscribe free of charge. You get these thoughts and this brain to your inbox every day, sunshine or rain. You get it. And if you want to find our teaching videos, there's our YouTube QR code.